Very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus.
Word on the street is Trump is getting rid of the green card and making it a gold card, and that gold card is going to be worth millions. Let's go find out exactly what's going on. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Blue, and we're back with another video. Apparently there's going to be some gold card nonsense that's going on. Now, this is just recent. He came out with this on Tuesday talking about some gold card as opposed to a green card. Well, let's see exactly what's going on instead of, just making speculations, because I can tell you what I think at first, but we'll see what happens. Let's check it out.
We're going to be doing something else that's going to be very, very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. Never been done before or anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks out? Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
Sure.
Mr. President, are there any requirements for that gold card? Do you have to invest a certain amount of money in this country in order to qualify for that gold card?
Yeah, exactly.
So the EB-5 program was really, you lend some money, but it was full of nonsense, make-believe, and fraud, and it was a way to get a green card that was low priced. So the president said, rather than having this sort of ridiculous EB-5 program, we're going to end the EB-5 program. We're going to replace it with the Trump Gold Card, which is really a green card gold. So they'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government. They'll have to go through vetting, of course. We're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class global citizens. They can come to America. The president can give them a green card, and they can invest in America, and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The President of the United States understands that the right answer is, why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America instead?
The gold card, well, millions, but the gold card will bring in with it people that create jobs, very high-level people. I think companies will pay to get people in. For instance, you today graduate from the Wharton School of Finance or Harvard or Stanford or any college, and nobody knows if you can even go to work for a company. So Apple and all these companies that want to get people to be working for them will be able to buy a card, and for the people that are number one in their class at top schools, I see that as one of the things. But generally speaking, it'll be people with money and people that create jobs, and they won't have to pay any tax on income outside of the United States, which they're not paying right now. They're not citizens, but they'll have to pay if they create jobs in the United States. They'll pay full taxes like everybody else. So you're getting big taxpayers, big job producers, and we'll be able to sell maybe 1 million of these cards, maybe more than that. And if you add up the numbers, they're pretty good. As an example, 1 million cards would be worth $5 trillion. $5 trillion.
Wow.
And if you sell 10 million of the cards, that's a total of $50 trillion. Well, we have 35 trillion in debt. That'd be nice. So we'll see. But it could be great. Maybe it will be fantastic. We have it all worked out from the legal standpoint. It's totally legal to do. Hasn't been done before. It's been done in many different forms. We give them away. Why should we give them away? We shouldn't give them away. And I think it's something very exciting. I think it's potentially just something that we're all very excited about. So it's a gold card. It's somewhat like a green card, but at a higher level of sophistication. It's a road to citizenship for people. And essentially people of wealth or people of great talent, where people of wealth pay for those people of talent to get in, meaning companies will pay for people to get in and to have long-term status in the country.
All right, so based off of everything that we just heard, now I'm going to go through with the emotional aspect of this because, of course, guys, we need to see everything on both sides. And I know for my Haitians that's out there, everybody that has people that are, of different countries are trying to get them over here. I want to bet the first thing that you heard when you watched this, because it was the first thing that I heard, the words that came out was green card, gold card, immigration, and $5 million and getting rid of something. These are the words that I know stuck out the most in your head because that's what came out of my head when I first saw this video. And I will admit, it would definitely be, and I'm trying not to allude, but when you first think about it, it's like, especially when you're Haitian, like, yo, we spent all this time trying to get Haitians here legally and they just made it more difficult. Trump really must not be for immigrants at all. America was foreign off of immigration, people coming into America and making America great and whatnot. And you would think that after everything that's going on, he would at least vet the immigrants to come over who actually wants to work and actually give them something there. So a lot of people will think Trump is racist. This shows that he's racist. Not necessarily. Something like this, he's more concerned with the economy than he is about race. If you're broken, this just shows that if you're broke, you can't come here. I mean, that's the thing with a lot of people, especially if we're going to talk about white people and stuff like that. They don't care about your race. They care about how much money you make and how much you can contribute. If you can't contribute anything, then why would they? It's an economist thing. A lot of people don't realize it, but it's not because people are Black, Hispanic, or whatever. It's because they're broke, they're using up resources, and they're causing issues. That's really the white people's problem. Well, from my perspective, that's what it seems like. A lot of people, they aren't too much racist. Now, I'm not saying there's not racist. There's definitely racist in the world. But when you see a white person and they may act a certain way, or you may think that something's racist, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's not so much about who you are, unless you're like causing issues in the neighborhood, then okay. But aside from that, there's something that we need to really consider, because I had to sit and think about why would he do this. Then there was a word that stuck out, and this is where I'm tapping into those brain stems that may not be working for a lot of people, because it wasn't working for me when I was first watching this. Notice that they was talking about EBT, or sorry, not EBT, EB5 program. Now I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is EB5 program? Because they didn't necessarily mention anything about getting rid of the green card, which a lot of people assume that first. They mentioned getting rid of the EB5. Now what's EB5? EB5 is an immigrant investor program, which is not the same thing as the green card. It's a U.S. visa program that allows foreign investors to obtain a green card, a permanent residency. So it's less so for the Haitian immigrants that my family and all the other Haitian families are trying to get over here, but more so for those that are big investors that live in other countries that's able to just come and have residency here in America instead of having to just deal with back and forth and whatnot. So essentially, once again, this isn't to keep people out. Like he said, this is a way to bring in more money into the country. Now the question is, who the heck is going to pay millions of dollars just to become a citizen in America, United States? I know a lot of people are going to be like, who would want to come to America in the state that they're in right now? Well, America is still the greatest country in the world. So yes, people are still going to want to come. People still going to want to invest. People still going to be able to, create jobs and stuff like that, or just find ways to make more money. And what best way to make money than to have citizenship and really put forth your experience, your portfolio, everything that you can provide into the great country of America, and thus be able to make more money while you're still a citizen at your old country where the GDP probably is less than America, thus having way more money. That's just more money in America's hands. And the ultimate goal here, which is what I've come to realize the second time watching this, is not to keep people out, but is to bring in more income for the country to get rid of our deficit, which is wild that now that I'm thinking about it. Because at first I'm like, yo, these people are really racist out here. But I'm like, nah, they just only want people that want money. And then I'm like, no, This is actually a plan to get rid of our debt, to get rid of a lot of our debt. Now, how successful is this going to be? I'm not sure, but I would think that there will be a lot of people that would want just easy permanent residency. You just got to give $1 million and then you come over here. I don't know how many people outside of the US has $5 million like that, but it's investors, it's people from other countries. I'm sure they'll find a way to muster. So again, requirements for the EV5, you have to do 1,050,000 minimum investment in a standard business. So this is all business purposes. This has nothing to do with us small immigrants that's just trying to get out the country. $800,000 if investing in a targeted employment area, rural or high unemployment area. Let's see. I know there is a green card that is needed for this to happen. You do need to have some type of green card, but essentially what they're saying doesn't have to do with us. And that's that whole, you got to sit and actually listen and hear the other side, because I could have stuck with what I thought and what everybody else that's in the video thought. But it really takes a second to see, why would they do this? And now that we know why they're doing this, the plan doesn't even seem that bad. Now, are there more details behind it? Yeah, sure. But if it's a means to decrease our national debt, in the meantime, we don't really spend any money for them to come, all we have to do is just vet them coming in and they can come into this country, then I see no issue with it. So it's very interesting. I had very different thoughts coming into this video, but literally right before I started recording, I'm like, you know what? Let me ring that back one more time. And sure enough, it became a lot more clear to me. So of course, you guys let me know what you think. Is this still a racist move? I don't know how you would think that, considering everything that was described. Is this actually going to work? Y'all let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna catch you on the next event. Y'all take it easy. Peace.